Ben Baldwin, Anyasodo.
So the theme this year is raising kings and those who sit at the table with kings and those who make kings. And this particular talk today, what I'm talking about is titled Finding Healing on Your Journey to Raising Kings. There's a lot more that goes into it, which is why I love how Wendy phrased this topic about healing on your journey to raising kings. In other words, on your journey to raising people who connect with their sense of autonomy, their sense of sovereignty, their sense of power. And power is not just wielding power, but it's a certain level of robustness that comes even in the words that are spoken, also known as decree or acts. Okay, so these are the elements that we're going to bring into our world, and where we're going to get into as a start of it is actually looking at the holistic person, you first, because you as a parent are also royalty. If the child has got their own purpose, we're talking about raising royalty here, so that child is royal. It's got their own dominion, their own kingdom, their own purpose, their own set of operating principles. Your job is to guide them in that way they should go, not to impose your own way, as we find many parents do. For instance, if mom is obsessed with looking young, it might send the messages to that child that a woman's value is only in her appearance, or if that cares only about fancy cars than spending time with the child, it speaks volumes. Where it's all about money, again, it speaks volumes. So the point is, we absorb these messages from a young age, and they form the foundations of how we see ourselves. Therefore, understanding where our sense of shame or self-doubt comes from is the first step in healing and developing a healthier self-image. It also means that you understand the very first place to also make sure that the royalty that you're raising is going to be that sort of sovereign royal that leads what we call the good king or queen, where the person has a lot of compassion and warmth and strength and wisdom. And these are the four qualities we're going to roll around quite a bit through these minutes that we're going to be here. Here's a crucial distinction anyway, because I talked about guilt earlier on. So guilt is about what you do, but shame is about who you are. So guilt can actually be helpful. It's like your conscience telling you you've done something wrong, so you can fix it. So guilt means you did what is against what is agreed in the community you are, or in the relationship or the interaction. So you feel that remorse, that sense of, oh, I did what was against X, Y, Z. So it's about what you did. It can be fixed. So it helps you find out ways not to do it again. But shame, that's trickier, because it's telling us we are fundamentally not good enough. You're faulty. So we know now that when it comes to royalty, royalty changes shame to power. Royalty changes guilt to power. Royalty frees our people from chains and shackles, all in one word, the royal decree, the monarch's decree. And when we talk about decree, we're talking about an intention that then gets verbalized. Let your experience ripple now and those changes happening, remembering the wisdom of your physical body. Your cells are beginning to upgrade, new mindsets, new thought patterns, something is changing. And you might feel it like tingles around your body, some feel it like a slight change in temperature, maybe one hand is warmer than the other, or in any way that you feel something that lets you know you are changing now. Permanent shift, because you decreed it. It is established. You have autonomy. You have sovereignty. It's that part of divine within you. And you come in contact with it, and you've seen it now, and you start to recognize it in your children and help them recognize that.